first Bulldog News Team report for TV Judge. Here are some announcements that we think you guys should be aware of for the next 2 weeks until we are back. Thursday, September 2nd, college night for parents of seniors. Parents of seniors, it is probably a good idea to go to that to get information about colleges. Spirit Week will be on September 7th through the 10th. Themes for that are still up for debate right now, but those will be finalized probably within the next week. Next, Friday, September 10th, pep rally and there's a pep rally and a homecoming football game versus Ben Lamont at 7 p.m. Please show up and support our fellow Bulldog football team as they go up against them. So yeah. On Saturday, September 11th, we have the homecoming dance at Judge. Anyways, we are done now, at least for this segment. We do these every 2 weeks, bi-weekly or whatever. So yeah, stay cool, Bulldogs, and see you in 2 weeks.
If you're looking to get involved and meet new friends, then Ultimate Frisbee is the one for you. Doesn't matter if you're good or bad, everyone starts somewhere. Practice makes perfect. They meet at Sugar House 4 to 6 on Tuesdays and Fridays. And if you want to join, contact Miss Smith. It's a fall and spring sport, and I encourage you to join.
Make it cut, make it cut, make it cut. Liam, stack it up, Sam, stack it up. I know. Good score.
This is the 20th anniversary of 9/11. We asked some teachers of their thoughts. This is what Ms. Strickland had to say.
September 11th, 2001, I was a senior in high school, and I grew up in New Jersey, so right attached to New York. And the second period of the day I had art class. And I remember the principal at the time coming over the loudspeaker in our art class, throughout the whole school, telling us that there had been an attack in Manhattan, an attack on New York City, that he didn't really know the details yet. But because of our location in New Jersey, a lot of people in my school had parents that commuted to work in New York or in Philadelphia. And so a lot of students might not know where their parents were that day or if they were safe. So after the announcement, we just kind of went back to class as usual. I think it was a lot to process, and the announcements kind of kept coming throughout the day. I went to class as usual, and I remember having AP psychology, and that's when people started turning on the TVs in the rooms. We had televisions in every room, and we just watched the news all day. But our psychology teacher had us take out a notebook and just free write what we were thinking, write how we were feeling, if we were scared, what we were seeing on the TV, and I still have that. I thought that was a really neat thing to do to kind of help us process what was happening. And a little bit later on in the day, after the news of the towers fell, we also got the updates of the plane that crashed in the field and how heroic those people were to kind of have diverted the plane. And I remember the counselors set up telephones in our library for us to leave class and call home to make sure that our parents weren't working in the city that day, or to call relatives, because cell phones were kind of still newish, we didn't have smartphones. And all the cell phone lines were jammed because everybody was trying to call and get help, and we didn't want to further jam those lines, so we used landlines to call home and to make sure everybody was okay. And from where my high school was, you could get on the turnpike really easily or get to the roof of the high school. And years after 9/11 happened, when they installed the bright lights that shone up, you could see them from where I grew up. I think I'm always worried that some kind of attack will happen in some way. I'm privileged enough to know that I can turn off the news, that I don't have to live it in my everyday life. And our intelligence has come so far in our communication, and our political climate keeps going back and forth. I never count anything out. I'm never gonna say, no, it's not gonna happen. I just worry about how differently it's going to happen and if it's going to surprise us with the magnitude and the fallout that happened at 9/11.